Got it.
Hello, my name is Craig Singletary. I'm a trooper with the Georgia State Patrol. I've been with the Georgia State Patrol 7 years. I'd like to speak with you briefly about the importance of child safety seats and using them the proper way. There's a misconception that people say, well, I'm running just up the road, just a couple of miles, it'll be okay. Study shows that most fatal crashes occur between a mile and 4 miles of your residence. As a trooper in the state of Georgia working out of the Thomasville post, I've worked many vehicle crashes and sometimes even being as close as 150 yards from the driveway. One of the most tragic things is when a young child loses their life in a vehicle crash because a mother or a father didn't take the time to secure the most precious cargo a family can have. I have a child safety seat here with me today. There are 3 types of child safety seats. You have your carriers, you have your child safety seat like this, more for your toddlers, 1 year of age and up, and you have your booster seats. There's also misconceptions where that goes. When to change seats, there's so many options. Which seat do I go with at this time? Your rear facing seats, which will be your carriers, that is for your infants up to the age of 1 year old and 20 pounds. These seats are more like this. This is not a carrier, but they sit like this in your vehicle, rear facing and never up front. They're used with a mount to secure them more securely to your seat of your vehicle. This seat here, obviously, if you quit using your rear carrier at 1 year or 20 pounds, then you go to your forward facing taller seat. When you purchase a taller seat, it's always good. There's so many different brands on the market. This right here is a Safety First. This is what we use for my daughter. It has 3 different levels of comfort for your child, small, and as they get older. Always make sure that there's a 5-point harness strap this way to secure your child in. Has the seat belt brackets to go into the harness, and also secure them like this. A lot of times, as a trooper, I notice a lot of times people just put their child in the seat and just fasten them this way. It is pointless to put them in the seat if you're not going to secure them to the seat belt itself. A lot of older child seats did not come with these straps right here. These are anchor straps or harness straps. Your newer vehicles nowadays have little anchors in between the seat and the back seat that you can hook this to. They snap in, then you can take it and cinch it down to secure it to your back seat of your vehicle. This right here many times will go above or behind the headrest of the vehicle to secure in, and also once again you secure it to the tighten. You tighten it so it's secure to the vehicle. Once it's there, go ahead and take that next step. There's holes in the back of the child seat. Run your seat belt through the back of the child seat, securing it to the back seat belt clamp. This car seat has a device on the side where you can raise it or lower it to fit in. Once your child starts getting bigger and advancing closer and closer to the next step, which will be your booster seat, comfort, they have to be comfortable just like we have to be comfortable. So buy a car seat, spend a little extra money for your child's safety, and get devices where you can adjust to their height and size, just like this was. Because if they're not comfortable, they're going to fuss and holler and scream all the way up down the highway. So buy a seat that will conform to them. Okay, once you move up to your booster seat, all a booster seat really does is just give elevation to that child so that they can be strapped in more comfortably. Once again, I would not carry a child in the front part of a vehicle due to airbags. That's one reason that we never put this in the front seat, and especially a carrier, because if a carrier is facing this way and an airbag deploys, what's that going to do to your infant? And a lot of times when I make contact with drivers on the highways of the state, I notice that they'll a lot of times have a child seat in the car, sometimes even have them strapped in properly here. But they won't have them anchored with these straps. A lot of times what they'll do is, yes, they'll run the seatbelt through the back, but You make a sharp turn, car cuts you off, you make a sharp turn, what's going to happen to your child? They're going to fall over. Not a happy child. Now you got juice in the back seat of your vehicle. Some cheese nips and Cheetos and Pop-Tart. That's the common thing in your vehicle. Take the extra 2 or 3 minutes, secure your child in the back seat of the vehicle, make sure they're safe. Just food for thought. Once you graduate from the toddler stage, you'll move to your booster part of the vehicle. The law states that the child has to be at least 4'9" or at least 8 years old. Go to the booster, but still do not let your child ride in the front part of your vehicle. In this seat right here, yes, you can put them in the back passenger seats, but the most safe place in the rear of a vehicle is in the center of the vehicle. In the center of the vehicle is for this reason right here. If you take a crash and you have impact to the front driver's side or the front passenger side of the vehicle, and you take impact to that end, it's going to push that seat backwards. The velocity of the crash will push that seat, the driver of the passenger seat, onto the child. That's where this is kind of scary, because once that seat goes back, this child can't go anywhere. It's going to take that blunt trauma from force from that vehicle. That's all I have for you today. I hope you've got a lot out of this child safety seat portion of my speech. Thank you very much.